There we go. Now we're live.
Now we're live.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Warrior Business Live podcast.
Whoop, 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 whoop,
Yeah.
whoop. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back.
We're back. We're back. Today I want to talk to you guys about Facebook ads. What makes a good Facebook ad? And I think this is important for a few different reasons to go through. Number one, a lot of you, when you start to do this stuff, you're so worried about the technical elements of the ad, right? You're so worried about like what you do on the back end, what you click, are there any secret things you do on the back end, what budget you set, and all that stuff. And to be quite honest with you, you're worrying about the wrong things. And that's because Facebook literally changes every week. I mean, it's changed like 4 or 5 times since we started with the class we're on right now with Warrior Business Advanced. Like it's constantly changing. And if you're in different geographic areas, it could be different for you than for other places because your laws are different. Your all these different things are so different. So the best advice there with the technical elements, right, is to go and use your biggest tool in the world, which is Google, right? Google it, right, for the technical elements. What's more important, what's more important for you are two things. Number one, your strategy, which is something we cover heavily in our courses, talking about your strategy, the overall technique of getting your message out to the widest number of people possible. And number two, understanding what makes a good ad. What's the psychology behind what gets people to respond to ads? What do you have to write? Right? Understanding good copywriting is something you should be focusing on, right? And so you really, really need to understand this more than you need to understand the whole, what are you going to click on? What does this do? What does that do? All this stuff. Don't let that stuff scare you because you're always going to be able to figure out how to do it,
And
right?
how do we know this? How do we know this, Chris?
Through the school of hard knocks and
There you go.
experiences.
That's the one.
And
Through the school of hard knocks.
yeah, by getting knocked on our asses a few times, that kind of stuff, right? So what I'm going to do today, we're going to take you through one of our ads. We're going to show you why it worked, right? One of our more successful ads. We're going to show you why it worked and what it takes to create a good Facebook ad. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. Reasons to go through.
Everyone, that's my fault.
We got anybody watching?
Yeah, we got a couple.
Who's out there? Anybody? Anybody?
Who's watching? Who's listening? You're missing out on so much if you're not here. So much.
Yeah. So I got my pen going, and first, what I'll do is I'll take you through like the overall ad, right? So we'll just show you the overall thing, right? Overall thing, right? So this is the ad, and this is what you call a long copy ad, right? Now we've run several versions of this. This is one of them. This has generated us probably about, I would say, 150 leads over a pretty short period of time. It also generated us a good amount of money. I'd say around 25 to 30K. Okay. The spend on this, I think we spent close to I think we spent close to 1,000 on this, right? And I don't want you to worry too much about spend because everybody's got a different budget, but this is a pretty successful ad. Now,
did you hear that though? What we spent and what we made?
Right. Right. It's a pretty good spend ratio, right? And that's something you need to understand. You need to make an ROI on these things. If you're not making an ROI, there's no reason to be advertising. So let's read through the ad. Do you guys want to hear this in an American blank accent, or do you want to hear it in a Scottish accent? If you're there, comment. What are they saying?
Scottish accent. Let's go for it. Are you ready?
All right, Scottish accent. I'll scroll for you.
That's a hooked or chooked or night the night. Okay, only joking, just joking. Join an online course, create a website, borrow $5,000 to pay for it, set up a blog, spam your friends to sign up to your blog, create a free video series that you're mortified to watch because it's just so homemade. Spam your friends to sign up to your video series. Create a low-value product that you should actually be paying people to buy. Spam your friends, if you've got any left, and your family to buy it. Meditate, journal, have a cold shower, because things are really crap and the gurus tell you that that stuff works. Read some motivational blogs and some books about people who drag themselves out of the hole. Try David Goggins. His life was really bad. That will make you feel like you're not alone. Spend 18 hours writing more useless content and wondering who to share it with. Contemplate quitting and getting a job in sales. Apply for a new credit card to pay the bills. Start a podcast, a YouTube channel, because then you can get famous and sell your wares. Cry in a corner. Tell folks that you're loving being an online entrepreneur and pretend that your life is fabulous. Cry to your partner. Eat lots of chocolate and drink lots of alcohol. The world hates you and you must have been evil in a previous life. Start offering free coaching. Stop. Watch this webinar instead and learn how to get your dream clients and start making money. We've done it. We'll teach you how we grew our businesses to six-figure businesses in 3 months using a few simple strategies. Easy peasy.
Cool. And then we got the headline here, free training from struggling coach to thriving business. Okay. And we have our awesome picture here. If I ever meet this guy in person, I'm going to buy him something.
You know what his name is, don't you?
Who is that?
Hamish.
Hamish?
Hamish McTavish.
Really?
That's Hamish McTavish.
Really?
Yep.
Not some Scottish legend like the Banshee or something like that? Or
Hamish McTavish is very famous.
Okay. I'll look him up.
He's a haggis trainer.
All right. We're going to get off of the Scottish riddles. So, all right. She just read this out to you guys. You see this here. All right. A few different things before we start. The most important thing you have to remember when you're creating an ad is who are you marketing to? All right. So that means you need to know your audience and you need to know the sophistication of your audience, right? How aware are they? Okay. Now, we were marketing this. This eventually led to our advanced course, Warrior Business Advanced. So we wanted people who knew a bit about the industry, right? And these are people who've been through it all. They've been through the scam courses. They've been through the courses that didn't help. They've been through webinars that have sucked. They've started their own businesses. A lot of the stuff they've tried out there doesn't work, right? And so we wanted to convey awareness here that we understood what they were going through, right? That they understood what they were going through. Okay. Now I'm going to take you through the anatomy of good copy. All right. So the first thing is controversy. I'm not even going to try and type. Let me see if I can type that out here. So controversy.
I was going to say after this morning's effort, it may be better that you don't that you don't write it with the pen.
Okay. So what this here is, it's a bit controversial because what it's doing is it's turning a lot of these things that people do, that they're being told to do, it's turning them on their head. Right. And so one of the things you really always need to consider is how you could be controversial or how you could be divisive, right? And I know that sounds crazy. We live in a crazy divisive world, but the more controversial or divisive you can be, the more attention you're going to get. If you're not controversial, then you're probably going to get ignored. Number two, right? There's a good bit of showmanship here. Right? How can you create something that's going to be a bit entertaining for people? Right? How can you create something that's going to be a bit entertaining for people? Meaning they're going through their feed, they're going through their Facebook feed, and they're coming through, boom. What's going to make them stop? Right? So you always constantly need to think about that. All right. Now, what I want to do here is I want to take you through a few more of these things. Change the spelling of controversy. Thanks, Virginia.
It wasn't meant to pop up.
All right. So, so a few things here. So number one, what we want to do is I want to show you this. So we're going to go all the way around here, all this up to here. All right. This is what, Virginia?
Nothing. I was just laughing. That's all.
Well, no, I was asking you the question. It's pain. Pain. All right. This is pain. All right. Pain. Why is it important that we bring pain into this?
Because you don't have a conversation with people. When you put these ads out there, you're not doing what you did in the old days, sitting across a desk with someone, knocking on their door, picking up the telephone, doing the sales that we used to do in the old, I'm going to call it the olden days now, because it kind of feels like that. You get the chance to put these ads in front of people. Hopefully you get their attention by the unique picture that you put up there and by the text, but you are evoking emotions within those people. And the more that you can do that, the more that you will get them to read the ad and the more that they will relate to the message that you've got. So it sounds like a shady way to do it, of where you're coming into these situations and you're going into people's pain points. But you have to, it's the only way that you can do this. You have to show people that you understand the situation that they're in and that you can help them.
Right, exactly. Because essentially what we're doing as entrepreneurs, we're solving problems for people, right? We're solving problems for people. And we have to speak to the problem. We have to speak to that specific problem, right? And so you need to show that you know and you understand their pain, right? You need to show that you know and you understand their pain. Okay.
And this applies across the board. I mean, I want to stress that this does apply across the board. It doesn't just apply in your coaching, training businesses. It applies in basically everything that you do. And even if you're in an accountancy firm or a law firm or whatever else, and you're going out there now and you're trying to market yourself, it is a different world. It's not a case of putting yourself out there and saying, I do this. The market are not interested. The market is interested in what you can do for them. What problem can you solve? You need to show that you can understand the pain that they're in, and only by understanding the pain that they're in can you offer them the solutions. It sounds like shady salesmanship, but guys, you're just going to need to get your head round about it, because this is the reality of the world that we're in now. And it's the reality of how you're going to have to market yourself. And I had this conversation with my husband, who runs a financial services outsourcing firm, today, when he was asking me, what articles should I write? And I said, well, how about talking about what your clients' pain points are and what you can do to solve their problems, rather than writing some article that nobody's interested in reading?
Yeah, it goes through everything you do, not just your ads, your videos, your blogs, all that stuff you're doing. You need to start with pain, right? Start with pain, but you can't leave them in pain, right? You can't leave them in pain. So what you have to do is you've got to give them a breakthrough. And you have to give them a solution. And you have to talk about the pleasure they're going to get when they use the solution. All right. So essentially, that's the big thing. Everything starts with pain. Then it goes to a breakthrough. And then it goes to a solution.
You're getting good at this.
And then it goes to pleasure. Okay. Pain, breakthrough, solution, pleasure. All right. Those are the elements that you need to include if you want to write good ad copy and you want to have an effective ad. Right. So here, and this is stated very clearly, watch this webinar instead, learn how to get your dream clients and start making money. We've done it. We'll teach you how we grew our businesses to 6 figures in 3 months using a simple strategy. Easy peasy, right? Why is that easy peasy part important?
That's a pleasure, isn't it?
It's the pleasure. And you have to understand something. If your solution is more difficult than the pain they're in currently, right? If they have to change their life significantly, if it's going to cause them to go through a crazy hassle to get the solution, guess what most people are going to do?
Run away.
They're going to run away. They're going to scroll down to look at cats and puppies and things like that. Right?
Yeah, that's why personal trainers can't keep clients, because it's hard work to train.
Right. And then here, whoops, a very clear, whoops, that wasn't very good. A very clear headline that states the benefit: from struggling coach to thriving business, free training, right? Very clear headline. Your headline doesn't need to be magic. It needs to be clear. It needs to state the benefit. Right? Now, the picture, right? What is it about the picture? Agus McShabbos.
Hamish McTavish.
Hamish McTavish.
So what do you see? You see someone with the selfie, but you don't see the bottom half. So you see the fancy bit. It's all about all of the things that you hear out there.
Right. And it's not just because this guy's really good looking and you know, super fancy. It's because he creates kind of a pattern interrupt, right? He creates kind of a pattern interrupt. You know, he stands out, right? All of this is all kind of like stuff. Oh, that guy is really, really good looking. Oh my God. God, look at that. But, you know, had I not run into that other guy at first, I mean, I'd be, you know, looking after this, right?
All right, Chris, move on. Let's go. Move on.
But the point is, this picture tells a story, right? And it tells a humorous story, right? And that's what creates the pattern interrupt. There's other ways of creating a pattern interrupt. You could use like an orange colored picture, like with an orange tint, that would create a pattern interrupt here on Facebook because it's all blue, right? You could use a regular photo, like something off of your cell phone, and you could frame it in, and you can put a colored frame around it. That'll create a pattern interrupt. The whole purpose of the picture is just to create a pattern interrupt to get people to stop, right? And that is really it, guys. That's really it.
Easy peasy, as it says in the advert.
Easy freaking peasy, right? Easy freaking peasy. All right. Now, For those of you who are watching live, do you have any questions? Does anybody have any questions about this?
I didn't see any questions in the chat. Nope, I don't think we've got any questions.
No questions.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Mm-mm.
All right. We're not getting any questions. So here's what we want.
That means everybody's an expert, doesn't it? If everybody's an expert, everybody knows how to do it.
They've got tons and tons of expertise out there. But so if you guys want to ask questions about this, put them up in the Warrior Business private Facebook group. Let us know, right? What are your questions on this? And, let us know. Yeah, that's about it, guys. So we had a deadline come up.
We did. It's past
time. So here's the deal, guys. If you wanted the early bird special on the Coaches Academy, it is now too late, right? But it's not too late for you to participate. And I'll tell you why you want to. So this Coaches Academy is going to have everything you need to start your business from the ground up. Detailed trainings like this, right? A complete roadmap of all the things that you need to do to get that first 6 figures into your account, right? We're going to go step by step by step. And it's not like some short period of time that you got to work on this. Memberships are a full year. So you're not going to have to rush through everything and stuff like that, right? We're going to be starting a free workshop coming up, right? That's going to detail a lot of this stuff. Where are you going to find your ideal clients? Where are you going to find your target market, right? How do you figure out your business idea? We're going to cover this stuff up. We're going to cover this stuff for you guys. But all of this is going to lead into the Coaches Academy. The free workshop is going to start on June 6th. If you're interested in the free workshop, head over to beyourownboss.warriorbusiness.net. And we will be starting that on June 6th. We've also got some early access for you guys. So for the next few weeks, we'll be talking about that workshop, and we will be teaching through that. So
yeah, and as I say to everyone all the time, if you've been watching my journey, I am she who went from being a lawyer with no tech skills at all through to doing pretty damned well in the online world. This is everything that I have learned along the way. It's everything that I've ever wanted. So combined with everything that I've ever wanted and everything that Chris wanted to see in an online business, I don't think you can get too much more. If you know us, you'll know that we are OCD. What was it you described us as the other day? Psychopaths. We're both OCD about knowing absolutely everything and getting all of the information out there and being ahead of the game, watching everything that is happening in the marketplace, watching Facebook changing, getting on top of the algorithms for Facebook and LinkedIn. So this is what I dream of. That's why I do what I do. It's why I'm out here doing this, because this is what I wanted for me when I went out there searching for a business academy to help me grow, or information to help me grow a business. So you can't really ask for anything more, and it will take you from being an absolute hero to an absolute zero to an absolute hero. I was there, and I'm a hero.
You're a hero.
No, I keep learning. We're always learning. Everybody's always learning.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, we will see you tomorrow, and we'll be back at you with some more awesome stuff.
Sounds good. I just read a couple of comments before I sign off there. Oh, Angela says, you're crazy not to work with Warrior Business Academy. Teja says the same thing. And then we've got OCD, but super helpful and kind when the students mess up and need help. We love you too. We love you too. Thanks, guys, for your support. It's much appreciated. Okay, see ya. Bye.